Sir, you have anything? Okay, so I would just hand over the mic to Mr. Balu right now. That's it. You can sit down. Stand.
Keep it like this. Hello. Paper. Anymore? Wait.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Who?
I'm Reddy here.
I'm actually nervous. Tense. Normally I won't be when I get an opportunity to talk to you. But then, after hearing all the appreciation, I really don't know what I'm going to do. I have thoroughly prepared, but then I don't remember most of what I'm going to say. But the first slide. Anyway, I shall try to communicate as much as possible, both on myself as well as the company. I really wanted to start the whole thing with saying Bayo or Bano, like our Prime Minister. The reason is, I have relatives. I count them. How many are close? Not a big number. I meet them maybe once in a while in a function, and particularly in the time of pandemic, maybe once in 2 years, not even that. Whereas this family of Incar, I meet very regularly, and I really feel you are more closer to me, or I am also more closer to you than my close family. That's the reason I said, brothers and sisters. Now we are all assembled here to celebrate the Foundation Day, which is more important. It also happens to be my birthday. 80th year beginning. In simple arithmetic, I was born some 28,850 days ago, and I have supposed to have seen 950 full moon And when I complete my 80th year and conduct a small puja called Sadabhishekam, I would have seen about 1,000 full moon. But sincerely I felt I am not old, I am still young in mind. The great artist Picasso started his canvases only when he was in the 80s. From 80s, he has done about 140 world famous canvases, and he was doing this till his 91st year. So, I can also assure you that I will continue to be in INCAR and continue to work for INCAR for the coming days. I shall refer to my notes. For me to be here, I owe my presence to my mother, my father, my teachers, and for all the INCARians. Without my mother, without my father, without my teacher who has taught me everything, and without you all, I would not be standing here. What really happened is, you lifted me, and somewhere at a particular height. All of you have just lifted me to this height. So, the topic I am going to, the theme, the time has come. The time has come not for me to retire, just for information. So this is the statement by Walrus in Alice in Wonderland. So, more on the foundation day, more on INCAR. For most of you who have joined after 2000, the history of 1985 to 2000 may not be known. I just wanted to explain it as briefly as possible. Today we have just crossed, or we have reached about 36 years. That is about 3.5 decades. If we say each decade is about 10 years. So, instead of 3.5 decades division, I will just divide our period into 3 groups. That is from 1985 to 1995. I was a college lecturer for about 20 years, teaching physics. Like Arun said, I have no idea of biology or chemistry. Same. What Arun said is, today I was in the same position in 1985, on the wrong age of 44, no idea of chemistry, no sales experience, no local language, but I wanted to have a change from academia to something in sales. My brother Tyagarajan, who started Special Instruments Consortium, was looking for an office in Hyderabad, and the easiest way, without expenses, if you want to start an office, giving it as a channel partner. So he selected me and gave me an opportunity to start my company, that is Instruments Corporation. That is in 85. Solo person, just started. What are the problems in 85? 85, our economy was not good. I don't have much money to travel. About 2,500 rupees towards commission, in which the rent, the living expenses, the travel, everything. So, but I had only one determination. I have to be successful in this life. It's a new line. After being successful in academia, I don't want to be a failure in sales. That's the only motivation. And one man can't do anything. So I started taking people. Again, those people who joined me are also beginners. And one of the first persons who have joined me is Mr. Hari Krishna. He is here with us till today. And the product what we have to sell is HPLC, Shimadzu HPLC, which is about 100% chemistry. But then we met a lot of customers, gave them the catalog, but no one has thrown the catalog because the competition was with Waters and we were a bit economical, but we don't have any installation. As a team of myself and couple of salespeople, we met a lot of people again and again and again and again. Then we got success. We sold HPLCs to Reddy's Lab, NATCO, ICRISAT, NIMS, NIN, IACT, Arbindo, Divis. For most of them, that HPLC was the first one they got. Apart from that, we have taken some agencies of our own, that is Kubota, Centrifuge. The commission was very meager, just 5%. But with that 5% commission, we were able to rent the office, and whatever the commission we are getting out of Kubota was supposed to be our buffer for the future expansion. We have taken a couple of other agencies, and we were growing. I was particular about because the technical knowledge is less, the experience is also limited. So my approach to my customers are always humble. Can you give me an order? That's the way. A lot of people, oh, this man at a wrong age coming and asking me for an order. They said, okay, we will give you an order. For my initial growth, the CCB played a major role. Mr. Gopinath, he was shown in the photo, Shekhar Ramchandran, Sharma, they all helped me a lot and tried to teach me what I didn't know much about the subject. At one particular time, INCORP was considered to be the best service provider in Hyderabad. Blue Star went to CCM and asked, which company you feel can give you good service? Gopinath said, INCORP can give us the best service. So we established our relationship based on service. We provide service. Instead of 1 year warranty, we said 2 year warranty, 3 year warranty. IACT purchased something like 12 HPLCs of Shimadzu, and they want to enter into AMC. And Dr. Sajid Hussain said, just charge 5,000. We charged 5,000, and Mr. Venugopal of Waters said, you could have as well charged, you could have as well made it free. What is 5,000? Why are you unnecessarily spoiling our business? But Dr. Sajid Hussain's idea is, by charging 5,000, you are really not taking anything, and you are trying to please the customer, which resulted in our getting more and more orders. We are growing, we are comfortable. We are a small company in Hyderabad, making some inroads into various institutes. That is up to 1985. Then the second decade. Due to circumstances, I came out of Spinco and informed my people. We were at the time about 20 people. I informed them, we are now coming out of Spinco. So now what is your future? The service manager, the sales manager, the product manager, all the three on whom I was totally dependent upon said, yeah, there is no future in INCORP, they are leaving. They left. When they left, they have taken a lot of other people also in the company. There is nothing more future in their company, they are gone. So, down. But the determination to succeed is there. Then now, that could be sometimes a blessing in disguise. All along we were only a channel partner, carrying a Spinco card. Now we can confidently carry INCORP card. So I started looking for agencies, visiting Analytica, Akima. I had a list of agencies which I have to procure. IDOG, Reds, Gerhard, Sympatek, Prince Capillaries, Pharmatest, the list is big. For Reds, Hidalgo and all that, we have been meeting them every 2 years in the exhibition. They said, no, no agency, no agency, no agency. Finally, 95, 96, I got those agencies. If the earlier agents had done a good job, I would not have got the agency. So it is something like one man's poison is another man's meat, something like that. We didn't do well, and I was approaching them again and again. I got. Getting the agencies those days was not that easy. Against the competition of an agency called Decatur, I wanted to go for an agency called Gerhard. I went to the Gerhard stall, asked them, I need an agency. They said, we have got already 4, so we don't need 5. My argument was, you have got already 4. Nothing will happen if you have got 5. They said, no. You won't believe me. I was just standing in front of the stall like this. I said, I will stand for 1 hour every day till you give the agency. They said, you can stand. First day I was standing like that. Second day I just came, said hello, and started standing like that, just opposite. People were saying, say your man has come, something like that. The international sales manager was a lady, she didn't bother about that. She said, you can stand. Third day, fourth day, fifth day she called, yes, come. We are giving the agency. I said, I would like to take the catalogue. No, that is after 3 o'clock. That is how we got the agency. But within a year, we made it exclusive. Kidalf also, it was given to us as one of the 4 agents. Next year it becomes exclusive. Reds, one of the 2, we made it exclusive. Our specialty is taking a new product, new principle, and introducing them to the Indian market and making it as exclusive. And our relationship with all these people are more than 25, 30 years. In the meantime, there is a kind of a problem, the economic problem in India. Big companies like Blue Star, Emil, and all that are retrenching staff. And I was in a spree, recruitment spree. The first important person to join us that particular time is Mr. Nadgir. He came from Emil to promote Sympatec. And Emil retaliated by taking 3 people from us, 2 salespeople, 1 service engineer to Emil. But that doesn't matter. Anyhow, after that, Rentala. I mean, you should have luck in selecting the people also. The Rentala, who later became the VIP important person in the office. When he joined, along with him, major agencies like Radley, through Radley ChemSpeed, through ChemSpeed Embron, through Embron Talesano, so many things, the major strengths. We started standing on our own legs. There is an agency called Fuji. They make molecular imager, very popular in Japan. Lot of companies like Lab India, LabMate, they all wrote for agency, but Fuji never responded. I had some experience in selling molecular imager when I was in Swinco. I wrote to them. Next week they said, come for a discussion. I was surprised. Then I started studying. If they ask any technical question, what I should answer. I went to CCMB. They already purchased the 3 molecular dynamics from me. I said, please teach me what is this. You already sold. I didn't sell. You only bought. They tried to give me some ideas. I was reading in the night. My wife said, what is this you are doing? I said, I have got a test. I went to Fuji. In a committee room, 10 people, 8 of them cannot understand English. Only 2 people. Straight away they asked me, explain India's business model. What you can do to us. I was happy. No technical question. We got the agency. Atrociously low price for such a highly technical product. We went on to sell 60 systems in India. And the major reason for the success of selling those 60 systems is Mr. Madhu. The most I don't know whether I can say intelligent, most sophisticated technical person in our company is Madhu. The way in which he installed the system, the way in which he explained the software, those days and all, before Nadesh coming into the picture, the only person in our company who knows computer is Madhu. We were very successful. So, then Reddy. BK has also joined us at Bengaluru. And Madhu was recommended to us by BKS. Then Mr. Reddy was recommended to us by BKS. Reddy came, accepted to come to Hyderabad. He joined. We gave him TOS analyzer. He understood that one, technically strong. We went on to sell about 60 systems. Then the windfall. What is that, Sarita? What could be a windfall for us at that stage? Sridhar and Nadesh. I was able to run at a particular speed and I am getting weaker, tired. Then Madhu, Reddy, Rentala, Sridhar and Nadesh, I said, okay, now we are going to have a marathon session. That happened in 2000. We got agencies, we got about 30 people. I was thinking of going for more people. No, I just wanted to go for more people, but then we have got only very few managers. Then Nadesh said, no, people cannot be controlled by manager. It has to be controlled by system. I know this is. Then we started going for more people and more agencies. We went to an exhibition and somebody said, Gilson are looking for in-car because they want to give the agency. Then we went to Gilson. We are ready, we are ready, we are ready. It took 1 year for them to give the agency. And Tyagarajan Spinco Biotech said, the one agency which in-car has, which is good, is Gilson. And we are now losing it. We are just coming out of it. So that's the end of the second decade or second part of our story. The third part, most of you know how successful we are. Mr. Harish Kondapur joined us, another senior person. A lot of people from other companies came to us. We divided the whole agency into groups. We started expanding. At one stage, according to my notes, 18 offices, but somewhere I saw 17 offices, maybe one office is closed. 56 agencies, big bouquet of agencies, and REDS, a joint venture. Even Hidalgo wanted to have a joint venture with us, Formatus wanted to have a joint venture, Sympatech, Prince Capillaries. Everybody is interested to have a permanent relationship with INCAR. That is how popular we are. But only REDS has happened, as well done. Then from China, D-Lab came, we had a joint venture. If the pandemic has not happened, we would have had a joint venture with BE. Now, at Beyond Interchange, that JV is happening anytime. Another one or two companies are also discussing with concerned group managers, why not we have a joint venture. So, that's the growth. In the meantime, we started another company, Spark. Why? See, we have about 5 owners. We wanted to increase the ownership. But there are always obstacles from the accounts department, from the auditor. So we started Spark, and now we have provided ownership to Swami, Ramanan, and also Mahesh. One of the most satisfying thing for me is how I can be useful to my colleagues. I can give one example. I would like to give them whatever they want. Always I was thinking of how that lifestyle can be improved. Lot of people who joined in 2000 at a very moderate salary, less than 5,000 to start with, are currently in CTC of 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs plus. The person who joined us less than 500, that is 3 figure, now getting a 7 figure CTC. It is not that I have given, it is not they earned, they contributed. They are the pillars on which we are continuously raising our building. 1 minute, I will just go through my notes to find out whether I have missed anything. No. Yeah, it would be there. Fine. So far I have not missed anything. Now currently we are about 170. That's the staff strength in MCAR. And Ramanan has got another 40 in Spark. That is 210. Welder is ours. They got about 49 to 50. So 170 plus 40 plus 50, it comes to 260. Today we are 260. From 1 in 1985, we are 260. The first year when I started, my target was 30 lakhs for the entire year. What is going to be the target for the coming year? Who fixes the target? I am not fixing the target. Natesh is not fixing the target. No one is fixing the target. We have got various groups. The group head says, this is what is possible for the coming year. People like Sridhar, they only get those information, get confirmation from Reddy and Madhu whether this is possible, and then give a picture. Yes, this is the target for the coming year. That target, according to me, according to my information, is 170 crores. And Arun, who has been given the Chinese agencies, has informed Natesh that the target will be 50 crores, 60 crores, come down. So finally the target was agreed to be 40 crores with the addition of material. So we are now 170 plus 40, 210. And Ramanan's target is 40 crores for the columns, diagnostic and dealer, correct? So 170 plus 40 plus 40, it comes to 250. Now, I've been fighting waters for 10 years. And now Waters said, why don't you promote our HPL? You got a strong team. And they have now given lot of assistance to us. They have given some 500 accounts to us. Go and sell. I have taken the target as 40 crores. All the people said, yeah, it's a reasonable target. So it comes to 290. Welder is our group, and Verma said this year he is looking at 80 crores target. So totally, this is coming to 360 crores. In 1985, my target was 30 lakhs. After 36 years, now the achievable target or the proposed target is 360 crores. Is it 1:10? 1:100? Anybody? 1:2? 1:1000. 1:1000 only, not 10,000. So, from 85 to 2021, we have grown from 1 to 1000. 2016-17 or 17-18 or 18-19 or 2021, our sales was almost saturated. We were never going above a particular figure, maybe couple of crores less or couple of crores more. That is what is called a saturation. So, by reaching 1 to 1000, have we reached the saturation stage? This is our golden period. The third period, is it the golden period? Why? Let us say why it is not golden period? I have a reason. In 1991, we don't have much foreign currency. It was very limited. We had $1 billion, which was required only to import oil. For any other expense, like defense equipment, research equipment, pharma is coming in a big way, they need raw material, no funding. So what to do? Manmohan Singh introduced a liberal policy, liberalization. We need money. That time, our Reserve Bank India balance is $1 billion and we had 40 tons of gold, which we took in 2 flights to UK, pledged them with the Bank of England, borrowed $400 million. The $400 million, that is the paucity of dollars, paucity of foreign currency. If a customer has to open letter of credit for $1,000, he has to pay $3,000 equivalent in the bank and open $1,000. Once the order is executed, he gets back rupee equivalent to $2,000. So you should have 3 times the money to import 1 time the equipment. So people are not interested. There is an NMI CDE problem. Every time you have to get a certificate from the government, it is not made in India. They have to get duty exemption certificate. We apply, go to Delhi, give it to the department, wait outside. You may take 3 to 4 months to 5 months to 6 months. Very difficult. We don't have computer. Even a landline was difficult to get. Gas cylinder and all, no, you can't even think of. Every time I have to make a call, I go to the corner shop at Tarnaka, wait in the queue, 1 rupee per call. If it is STD, I call my brother, please call me back. It is like that. 91 was the most difficult period in Indian economy. Now currently where we are, we had 40 tons of gold which we pledged. Today our gold reserve is 600 tons. From 40 tons, now we have got 600 tons, our own gold. From $1 billion, now our foreign exchange reserve is 700 billion. 1:700. And when 1 becomes 700, our 1 becomes 1000, more or less almost the same. And this is our golden period. Now, 5 years ago, Sympotech wanted to have a joint venture with us. I said, why? No, India is going to be a big market. That is how we heard. Now Hidal says, we wanted to have a joint venture. Why? India is going to be a big country. And American company and a Chinese partner, the JV of Advian Interchin, they said, we would like to be in India. Everybody would like to be in India. There are 5 major economies in India, in the world, and we are one of them. In another 10 years, the world financial experts, they feel, will be number 3. Next only to China. USA, China, India. Or China, USA, India. That is what people are expecting. Now, we have gold, we have finance, we have grown, we have funds. No paucity of foreign currency. India is such a big country. Any expansion can happen anywhere. What else is required for growth? manpower. There they introduced a word called demographic dividend. It means if a country has got 100 people, how many are working population? Working population means should be above 14, should be less than 60, and dependent population is the remaining people who are less than 14, they are not working population. They are above 60, they are also not working population. So what is the ratio? In Japan, people are gas problem. In Japan, the environment is good, pure water. People don't die. 80, 90, 100. You would have read in Ikigai book, 115. They are all dependent people. They can't do anything. There, the dependent population is very high, 55%. The working population is only 45%. China introduced the family planning at least a decade ago. What happened? Their working population has come down. Their dependent population has gone up. Countries like Norway are still worse. Considering all these things, the world financial expert says India alone has got the maximum demographic dividend. Here, the working population is 55%, the dependent population is 45%. So, we have foreign exchange, we have land, we have manpower. So, the growth will go, they say, up to 2055, not for another 10 years. The growth is predicted for another 35 years from 2018. That's the reason everybody wanted to come. Next slide. Maybe you can see. He says the Indian economy is going to bounce back at a rate that will surprise the world. If he says something, it should be correct. The world's one of the most richest person and India's richest person, and he has developed his own profit, his own wealth, and he says the next decade, 10 to 15 years, are going to be the economy will bounce back at a rate that will surprise the world. Lot of opportunities. When some financial expert says, yeah, this is what is going to happen, we did not have to believe, but this man is an industrialist, he is a practical person, he says it will grow. So it will grow, correct? So we have the foreign exchange, we have the land, we have the manpower, and people who have made money, they say they can make still more. So the coming decade is going to be the golden decade. Is there any limitation to that? There will always be. You cannot just like that run continuously. There is always a hurdle. What is the hurdle? Oh, because of that. What is the hurdle? The hurdle is our manpower is not job ready. They are not qualified. We have 1,000 universities, 15,000 engineering colleges, and people who are coming out of it not ready for job. I remember long time ago in another company, they sent an engineer to install an instrument, about 30 lakhs worth of instrument. He has been completely trained on how to install and all. He was trying to loosen the back panel to check up whether all connections are intact. The scientist was sitting by the side. He said, please wait, don't do anything. He said, what? No, please go back to the office. I will talk to your manager. He has gone. The service manager said, what is happening? I send my engineer. Yeah, you send your engineer. The way in which he was removing the screw, loosening the screw, I know he doesn't know anything. I cannot give my 30 lakhs worth of instrument in his hand. Not in our company, some other company. So that is the quality of our manpower. With that manpower, what is it we can do? We can't do anything. 50% of our manpower are not job ready. That means our dependence has now increased from 45, another 25, it becomes 70. We have funds, we have land, but we have no manpower. So what is to be done? We lack a set of skills. Accountability. Most of you, no idea. If a job is given to you, it is your responsibility to see that it is over, it is completed. You can't leave it in the middle. You are not developing that sense, yeah, it is my job, I have to finish it. I have to report back saying that job is over. That accountability is not there in most of the people. When I say, don't say you. Analyzing a situation and resolving the problem. There is a problem. There is a dent. Sir, there is a dent. That's all. What is it you are going to do? Of your own, you could have done something to remove the dent. The compressor has come out. Finished. What is the next stage? The compressor has to be fixed. If you do not know, get a refrigeration person, do that. That analyzing and resolving providing a solution is a skill. You have to only think whether you have that skill. Communication. 3 years ago I said, our people are not able to communicate properly. Why not you spend 5 minutes every Saturday, talk on a few subjects among your own friends. I've seen people coming, standing. Your people, can I talk in Telugu? That is your educational standard. At least now, when I say this way, I am only taking an example. Other companies are still worse. Communication skill is not there. Everybody is talking of digital. How much your knowledge is there in digital? On New Year's Day, Nadesh said, you have to develop what is called artificial intelligence. That is going to be the next important topic. 8 months over. How many of you have spent at least 2 hours to know what is artificial intelligence? Maybe. Anybody? Digital skill. Digital skill and what is called stress management. You should know, I am working very hard. Then we have got a stress. Yesterday Ramanan showed me a ball. Stress, to reduce the stress. Something you should know in that particular line to reduce the stress. Time management, teamwork. These are all the skills required. If you don't have these skills, you are not job ready. If the next generation do not have these skills, they are not job ready. If they are not job ready, there is no demographic dividend. Our growth will not be there. I don't know, next slide. See, every one of the day, you have to try to learn something more. For every one of you, the skills what I mentioned is important. It is not that, yeah, I got a job, I got my increment, I am settled. No, it is not settled. The learning process is continuous one. Today you have a certain amount of knowledge. Tomorrow, have you gained anything extra? The next day, have you gained anything extra? That is what? Improving the skill. Select one particular topic, digital. Try to improve your knowledge. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Can you improve your knowledge by 1% a day? That is too much. 0.1% a day, that's also high. Can you improve your knowledge by 0.01% a day? You have to spend time. If only you spend 0.01% every day to improve your knowledge, 1.01 to the power of 365, at the end of the year, your knowledge 1 has become 37. Maybe when you find time, you can calculate 1.001 to find out whether you are gaining anything. But you have to gain something. You got a stagnant water. Don't do anything. After 10 days, will you take a cup of water and drink? If you are not improving your knowledge every day, your knowledge comes down. I was a super student when I was in post-graduation. Always first class. Everything, paragraph after paragraph after paragraph, mark it up. In the exam, I only need to know the first word, 8 pages I will write. After 1 year, I sat for IAS exam, physics. I was not able to write 4 times. Because that knowledge, what I gained in the college days, I didn't take any steps to improve on it. With the result, every day, decreasing. If your knowledge goes down by 0.01% every day, pardon? If your knowledge goes down by 0.01% every day, at the end of the year, your knowledge is 0.03. From 100, it has become 3. Would you like to allow it to happen? So, in your own interest, take a day, 24 hours. 8 hours you sleep, 4 hours morning course, bath, breakfast, 2 hours for journey up and down. The remaining 8 to 9 hours you are spending in the office. Whatever you are doing in the office gives you the fund with which you can take care of mother, father, wife, kid, everybody. If you are not shining in the office, the incentive is normal, then gradually somebody will ask you, are you looking for some kind of a change? I mean, why don't you go out? It may happen if you don't improve yourself. And this is the major part of every day you are spending in the office doing some work, and you should love that work. In order to be capable for that work, you have to qualify yourself continuously. You should be job ready. You should be future ready. We have a lot of back office people. How many of them can prepare a PPT attractively, nicely? If you go through PPT, they have got a book, 150 pages. What is that 150 pages? Is it anything connected to us? No. How you can do PPT better? If you take Excel, those days, another 150 pages book. I've seen Natesh computers on the Excel page. My God. Everywhere he touch, there will be another window with a lot of information. Why? You are not supposed to learn Excel, learn PPT? Can everybody do that PPT in a nice way? Then why should I go only to Sarita? Can you prepare this? I don't know. I don't need to know. My period is over. I am now dependent. The working population has to improve the knowledge. I've been telling again and again and again and again. Why don't you people change from one group to another group? I invited half a dozen people. From group 4, why don't you come to group 1? I will tell you about Advian. I will tell you about Interchim. That is mass. Yes, they learned. They attended the section. After that, I'm not sure whether they have developed more information about Advya. You have to be an all-rounder. At any time, one of the group change, you become the group head for the other one, rather than a junior in a group. You have to be an all-rounder. Think of a team with 11 Jadejas, bowl, bat, field. If all the 11 people are that good, I don't think we will ever lose a test. So, your major time you are spending in the office for work. That work you have to be skillful, and that work can be skillful only when you love it. Before that, I just wanted to, I think about a lot of time now. Okay. See, when Arun met me and said, oh, I don't know physics, I don't know chemistry, I don't know biology, I don't know sales, I said, forget about everything. I was in the same situation in 1985. What a salesperson needs to be successful? 5% subject knowledge, 15% experience, 80% communication. This is what is needed. He doesn't have that 5%, he doesn't have that 15%, he is a great communicator. That 80% takes him along. Now, somebody told me, no, your lecture should not be continuously dry, you have to tell some stories. So, that's the reason I just come back to this particular topic. Long ago in 1985, when I just started INCAR selling Simarji HPLC, I got a neighbor, Mr. Mahapatra, who was selling spectrophysics HPLC, and casually one day evening he told me that CRRI Cuttack is planning for spectrophysics HPLC. He didn't elaborate it further, I didn't ask him further. Next day morning 7 o'clock, I took Aura Express, unreserved. I got a berth only at Vizag. Reached Bhubaneswar, next day went to Cuttack, went to the purchase, who is the person looking for HPLC? They said, Dr. Sridhar. I went to Dr. Sridhar. Sir, I am from Simarji HPLC. Oh, but I already decided for spectrophysics. Sir, I have come all the way from Hyderabad. I have 60 slides on the latest model. Why not I show them to you? Zero. In that case, come tomorrow. Then I went back to Bhubaneswar. That is what I was saying. Took the 60 slides. There is notes for me to explain. What is this? What is this? The pump is compact, less weight. Okay, I understand. Next one. Next one. There are a lot of slides. I couldn't understand anything at all. I removed about 20 slides. This is not I am going to explain. For the remaining 40, anyway, I got the notes. Then next day I went, met Sridhar and said, Dr. Sridhar and said, yes sir, I am ready. He said, okay, let us go to the conference room. In the conference room, already 10 scientists were sitting, and on the table there is a slide projector. They helped me to put all these things. Are you ready? Yes sir, I am ready. Then they switched off the light. With the result, now I cannot read the text which is needed. But some or other, I finished all the 40 slides. We came out. Then Dr. Sridhar said, okay, let us discuss what is the best price. This is what spectrophysics has offered. Can you match? Easily. Because Japanese yen was very low, I was easily able to manage that price. And he said, okay, come tomorrow with the NMICD certificate forms, I will sign. And on the way back, inform Chemito at Calcutta that they need not have to come to collect NMICD for spectrophysics. Now, 5% is the subject knowledge, which I didn't have. The 80% also I don't have. I'm not a good communicator. Even today, I'm finding it difficult to talk to in English. But In 80-85, I would have been very poor. But one thing was there, passion. The determination to win is there. Whoever I selected at the initial stage, that was what I was looking for. So if you wanted to be successful, you can miss any trait in your life. But the one thing important is passion. Before I come to passion, I wanted to talk to you about the 15% sales experience. Sumitra Pharmaceuticals wanted an HPLC and we negotiated. They were ready to go for a Shimadzu. Competitor is Spectra Physics, my neighbor. My neighbor said we are not very particular and our prices are very high, so you may get the order. And I was waiting for the order. I talked to the purchase officer, sir, when can I collect the order? See, your prices are high. I reduced it by 2%. Next day, sir, what happened? Order. See, your prices are high. I reduced it by another 2%. 2-3 days. The fact is, they didn't get the approval. In the meantime, the purchase officer was saying your price is high, your price is high. I was reducing it to 2%. One day I called him and said, sir, when can I get the order? See, your prices are high. I said, okay, sir, I am reducing it by 2%. But the validity is only up to 3 o'clock today. Evening, Mr. Mahapatra, selling Spectra Physics, came and said, Balu, what happened? I got the order. I said, what happened? How did we are given extra discount also, and his price was more. Then I called the purchase officer and said, sir, what happened, sir? Why you didn't give the order? Balu, please do not. Never give a deadline to the purchase officer. This I learned. These are all the 15% experience one has to learn. Otherwise, the communication, the passion to sell. What's the next one? Okay, this is a general slide. Every day you have to be active. Because every day the deer is running away from the lion to safeguard itself. But the lion is trying to overtake it to eat the deer. And the deer has to run fast. It is continuous. If one of them relaxed, either one is died or there is no food for the other. Next. So, the one very important thing you should possess is the passion. And this is such an important topic, I cannot tell of my own. One important trait for success is called passion. You may lack in any qualities for your success, but not passion. My success in the last 36 years is purely because I loved this work, enjoyed it from the day one. I am passionate. Now, this is the last. See, if you wanted to be happy for an hour, take a nap. This is a Chinese proverb. A couple of you may disagree. If you want happiness for a day, go for a picnic. If it is for a month, get married. So what happened to the second month? If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. If you want happiness for a lifetime, love your job. Be passionate. That is what gives you, your family, your mother, father, kids, the wealth for them to grow. Be passionate in your job, any job. And that will help you to have a house, send your daughter abroad, send your son to UK for study, give them good flat, house, everything depends upon the way in which you are working passionately. And most of your time, living time, is being spent in the office where you have to consider the work as a passion and you love the work. That's all. One more. Uh, Bhagya, how is it my lecture? It's okay? You are not bored? Anybody is Krishna? What's your idea? Huh? Something new in this 1 hour? Can you say this is a successful one, lecture? Though I was very hesitant at the beginning. 100%, okay. See, you go to the Olympics. You go to the Olympics and win a gold medal. With the gold medal, what that person says, I am dedicating this to my mother. Then somebody get another medal. I am dedicating to my teacher. It goes on. Every time, if there is a victory, if there is something you achieved, you wanted to dedicate this to somebody else. Now, Bhagya and Krishna said, okay, it's reasonably a good lecture. So, I feel that I have achieved something. And I wanted to dedicate this lecture to somebody. Who it could be better than to my mother? We are all mother phobia people. But unfortunately, my mother is not there to get it acknowledged. So I am selecting someone from you as a mother and dedicate this speech to her. Who is that person? I take a phone and say, hello, Ennamma? That is the reply. Who is she to call the chairman and managing director as instead of yes sir, Ennamma? I dedicate this lecture to her and look for her blessings. Please come forward. Thank you very much. Blessings. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, Mr. Balu.